Hello, welcome to World of Floorcraft. We are Karen and Nelson Rose, and this is a Modern Jive Technique clip where we're going to broach the subject of musicality. So musicality is talking about making what you're doing as you dance connect up to the music so that they feel more like they're working together as opposed to just using the music telling you to keep time. Otherwise it's like just dancing to a giant metronome in the corner of the room. The first step of looking at musicality, we're going to do something really simple, and we're going to talk about breaks and hesitations. Now, for copyright reasons, we can't play the tunes we'd like to play you and all the little snippets and things that we would do in a normal class. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you about breaks for a second. I'm going to tell you where to listen to the tunes, and then we're going to carry on from there. So a break is where the music is going along, da 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 da, and then it stops. And it might be silent for a moment, or it might be silent for longer. If it's like a big point of emphasis and it hits complete silence and then comes back almost immediately, that's what we call a hesitation. If it stops for any length of time, that's what we call a break. There are different kinds of breaks and different kinds of hesitations, but that is a bigger subject for another time. We're going to do the very basic. So the tunes where you can go off and listen to breaks, there's loads of them. I mean, technically every song has a break, it's got an end, but we're talking about the ones in the middle that are going to be useful to us at this point. So Microwave Dave and the Nukes is a band, and they do a track called Roadrunner. And there'll be a link in the description below for all of these. Do You Love Me by the Contours, it's got a fantastic break in it. B-52's Love Shack got a fantastic break in it. And another track for a different style of break would be Watch the Birdie, performed by Lisa Stansfield. That gives you 4 things you can go off. If you can listen to the tune and clap at the point when the silence comes in, then you've got the ability to spot a break. Okay? Now, there are 2 fantastic ways to spot a break. There's the professional way, which basically means you understand lots of musical theory, musical structure. You can hear all the various structures in the music going along and count the number of beats since the last time there was a break, etc. I mean, it's complicated. And the long and short of it is, most of us aren't going to do that. This is the fast and dirty way of doing it, which basically means either you listen to the song, recognise it because you've heard it before and go, oh, there's a break coming up, or you listen to the song and you can hear the break coming just before. So you only get 1, 2, maybe 3 counts notice it's going to happen. So for instance, Microwave Dave and the Nukes, it goes, ah, and then stops. Every time you hear the start of that, you know the break is coming. So the trick we need to know is, how do we stop when the music stops? And the answer is by having good reflexes and a good lead and follow. Now we're going to teach you one stop in this clip, and we'll teach you how to stop in other positions in the next clip. So all we're going to do is show you a good way of stopping at the end of a move, and then how to restart. So we're looking for this. We're going to do a first move, and at the end of the first move we're going to go round, we're going to do a turn, we're going to do a return, and we're going to hit a nice stop. And when you stop, you want to think about your posture. You don't want to stop like you haven't really thought about it, or someone just took a photo at the point you were moving through somewhere else. You want to pick a position and really look like you're intending to own it and stay there for a moment. Okay? And then when you're ready, you're going to restart. Now, 2 things. We need to know how to stop. We need to know how to restart. They're not quite as simple as you might think. When we stop, we're going to push back. We're going to pop the thumb down, but we're going to be locking the arm. So if the lady were to try and come forwards now, the only way she can do it is to collapse her frame. And of course she doesn't want to collapse her frame, so when she starts to go, oh, we're going somewhere, she's getting reinforcement from that arm to go, no, we're not going anywhere. One thing we have to avoid, some guys do this, is they get tense. When they get tense, they grip hard. I'm locking my arm, but I don't even have to have my hand closed. I could have my hand completely flat, and Karen can still feel that my arm is very, very strong. Okay, and once Karen stopped, I can relax and just support what I would normally do. So that's stopping. That's great. But then most people go, I don't normally stop at a distance. I normally stop in here somewhere maybe. Which means it's really easy to get started again. But from a distance, you see a lot of guys, they've learned to stop, and then they go, right, we've got to start, and they just go, come on, and you see the ladies off balance. Sorry. And that's not going to work. So before we restart, we need to prep the ladies, and we do that by sending their weight away from us. So we're here, we're stopped, we want to bring the lady forward, so our preparation is to send the lady's weight backwards, which brings us into nice tension and also sets the lady up to then come forwards. So we're going to try it together, nice and slow. We'll walk through our first move, so let's do it. We go back and in, twist out and in, turn underneath and face, return, lock the arm, hit your brake, pick your pose, look like you're going to stay there, and now we're going to restart. So we're going to go 2, 1, push away and then restart. So here we go, 2, 1, push and in, twist, twist, turn, and you're away to the first move again. So let's try it. We'll do a first move, we'll give you a different view as well. A first move, we'll break on count 8, then we'll go 2, 1, prep, move. Okay, here we go. 5, 6, a first, move. It's back, in, twist, twist, turn, face, return, and break. 2, 1, prep, and in. And we're back to dancing. And that is the first stage of starting to be more musical. My challenge to you now is to go listen to those 4 tunes again, dance to them, and see if you can use that technique to stop when the music stops. Occasionally it's going to work, most of the time it's not going to work because you're not going to get to the return at the right point in the music, at which point you're ready to come back for the next video that comes after this of how to hit the brake when it's not on the end of a return. Okay, thank you very much for watching World of Floorcraft. Music recommendations, I say, are underneath, and we'll be back next time with the next bit that you need. I hope you've enjoyed learning some modern jive. There is a link to some music that is good to dance modern jive to. Thank you to everyone who hit subscribe. You are helping us to make more clips. Thank you. Keep dancing.